Hello everyone, this is Orlando from My Collector's Dream. And today I just want to show, it'll be a quick video, I want to show 3 cards, and I'm going to show some of the greatest catchers in the history of baseball. So I'm going to start off probably with, and I just kind of picked some of my favorite cards from these catchers. So I think I'm gonna kind of go in no specific order, but I'm gonna go from the newest to the oldest. So nobody can deny that Johnny Bench is probably one of the best, the top 3 catchers in baseball history. And this is just my favorite card of Johnny Bench. Him there with the mitt, his second year with the rookie cup. I just love that card. I think it's probably his best card. This one I had it graded and came out 8.5. But I just love the look of the card. You know, he's just young Johnny Bench in the old Reds uniform with that mitt. You can see his face and everything there clearly. Not, you know, the other one was just a little head shot of him with Tompkins. But this is probably his best card of one of the best catchers in the history of baseball. Johnny Bench. The next catcher I think is, you know, I should probably take off these. The next catcher that I think is probably one of the best catchers, again, the top 3 catchers in the history. There you go. I took off the cover. Now you can really see it better. So we'll stick that there. And that one is none other than, I did a whole video on him, and that's Yogi Berra. One of my favorite players. You know, of course, a Yankee, but he really was, you know, with 10 World Series. And this is really one of my favorite cards of Yogi. It just shows him as such a young Yogi Berra. And you can see probably in spring training, you see the background there. But it's a young Yogi Berra in the Yankees. Great uniform there with his mitt. And this one is a 1954 Bowman in a 6. I just love that pose, that card with his facility autograph on there. So I just think that's a great card of Yogi. Probably one of my favorite cards of Yogi. Just because he's just such a nice picture and he just looks so good in that shot. So that's one of my favorite Yogi cards. That's my favorite Johnny Bench card. And now I'll go even farther back, and probably the best catcher from the 1800s. And again, another Hall of Famer. And this guy kind of revolutionized the catcher's position and really was the one that started with the catcher's mask and the you know, the bigger mitt and stuff. I mean, Mike King Kelly was a catcher in the 1880s also, and he was the first one to use the chest protector. But Buck Ewing really was the guy that really invented the catcher's equipment. So Buck Ewing, and this is an 1895 Mayo from the Mayo Cup plug. And Buck Ewing was one of the top catchers. And back in the 1800s, he was the best catcher of that era, in my opinion. And so this is Buck Ewing. This is my most recent pickup. I showed this when I picked it up, but just can't stop looking at that card from 1895 and that picture. It's an actual photo of Buck Ewing. And it just looks so nice. And that uniform there, they even had a tie, and then they kind of didn't have buttons. They had to kind of tie it up like a shoelaces. And these were in chewing tobacco, in the Mayo Cut Plug chewing tobacco. And it shows him here as a right fielder. It says Buck Ewing, right field. This was kind of more towards the end of his career, but he was a catcher for most of his career. He was a catcher, and one of the best catchers, probably the best catcher of the 1800s. So I wanted to show the some of the 3 best catchers in the history of baseball: Johnny Bench, Yogi Berra, Buck Ewing. So I didn't get a chance to show the backs of these, so I'll do that now. That's the back of the Johnny Bench. This is Johnny's first big league homer, came on September 20, 1967. And you can see that's a beautiful, clean card. Usually you'll find some white on that pink on the back, or the reddish pink on the back. But this card just, I got it raw in a trade, and boom, 8.5. Beautifully centered, beautiful card. My favorite Johnny Bench card. And the Yogi, in the back of the Yogi, the 54 says Larry Yogi Berra. It says Yogi's one of the best catchers in the American League, one of baseball's best. And it talks about Bill Dickey. I probably should have pulled the Bill Dickey card that I got a Gaudy and made that one number 4, but we'll stick with these 3 choices I made. And the back of the Buck Ewing is just a blank. It's a black back, because they're all like that from the Mayo Cut Plug. And I don't have a problem with these authentic altered. I don't know exactly why it was altered. There's probably somebody did some trim job on this one. No, I think I know what it was. I looked into it. This card has some mark. They tried to either mark it or a marker, but that's what it was. Because I checked the size. I have the Anson, and the size was exactly. But when I looked carefully, it was altered because it was colored. You could see a little bit over here. There was a little bit of coloring added, a little bit of color added to that border there. And it's just too hard to see. You have to look at it with the thing. But anyway, that's what it was. That's why it was altered. So I'll take it. If it wasn't altered, boy, this card would grade super high. But anyway, that's the Buck Ewing, the Yogi Berra, and the Johnny Bench. 3 of the best catchers in the history of baseball. So I wanted to just kind of do a quick video on my 3 favorite cards of those 3 catchers. Thanks for watching, guys. Have an awesome day. This is Orlando from A Collector's Dream, and I'll catch you on the next one.